Hello, the soon-to-be Year 3 Archimedes class. Mr Gardner here, just popping up to say hello. Sat here in, as you can see, what will be our new classroom. Looking a bit bare at the minute, looking a bit blank, so I cannot wait to get you guys in September after our summer holidays and fill this room and all of its walls full of the amazing work I know we're going to do together next year. Okay, so I thought I'd pop on stage just to show my face, say hello, say I'm really looking forward to seeing you after the summer holidays when you get to come up to year 3. And I thought I'd share today with you one of Mr Gardner's, well, probably Mr Gardner's favourite story. This is called Stuck, and it's by an author called Oliver Jeffers. The reason that I love this story is because it's a little bit mad, it's funny, and it makes me smile every time I read it. Okay, it makes me laugh and makes me smile, and that's the way I like to be. Like to be smiling, like to be having fun. Okay, and hopefully that's the way we're going to be in September when you come back. Alright, so this is Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. So, it all began when Floyd got his kite stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favourite shoe to knock the kite loose. And that got stuck too. There it is, stuck up in there with a kite. One shoe now. He threw up his other shoe to knock down his favourite shoe, and unbelievably, that got stuck too. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Mitch is his little cat here. Sensible, because cats are well known for being good at climbing. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. Now, at this point, I always think, really sensible idea, Floyd. Put that ladder up against a tree, well, with adult supervision, obviously. Climb up that ladder, get those things down. We'll see what Floyd does, though. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened next. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbour and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed, and in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it, and wouldn't you know, the bucket of paint got stuck. Now this is where it starts to get a bit crazy. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down the friend's bicycle, their front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family car to knock down their front door, the milkman to knock down the family car, an orangutan to knock down the milkman, who surely had somewhere else to be. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat, a rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance lorry to knock down the rhinoceros, the house across the street to knock down the long-distance lorry, a lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street, a curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. And there he is, he's saying, "Hi, what are you doing? Wrong place, wrong time. We all know where he's going." And they all got stuck. There you can see all these things he's thrown in that tree to try and knock down his kite, and none of them have worked. The fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all, and up they went, first the engine, followed by the firemen, one by one, and they stopped to say, "Can we help?" And instead of using their ladder, he's thrown it up in the tree. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. Again, I always think at this point, finally, he's come to his senses. But I think if you've read any of this story, you'll know what's coming next. He lined it up as best he could and hurled it up into the tree. Bop! And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Floyd was delighted. He'd forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. That night Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he'd forgotten. And the fireman saying, "Hang on a minute, lads, I've got a great idea." And as I said, this is one of Mr Gardner's favourite stories because it just makes me laugh every time I read it because of all these different amazing ideas he tried. Okay, now I cannot wait, guys, again, as I've said, to fill up this classroom with all of your amazing work and learning in September. So have a fantastic summer, have a rest, have a break, and I'll see you ready for September. Thanks very much, guys. Bye.